Hey, welcome back. This is the USS Hornet, based in Alameda, California. It has a lot of history to it. It was part of the Apollo recovery missions. It was part of World War II, Vietnam War, Korean War, and it's reported to be haunted. So let's go take a look and see what we can discover. It should be an awesome trip. All right, so this is really cool. This is part of they participated in Apollo 11. I think he said Apollo 10. So this is a capsule this is owned by the Smithsonian. It's not the actual capsule that was used, but it's an exact replica. The actual one is in the Smithsonian. Not much room in there.
I do for $64,000. We're still trying to work out the location of
Astronauts are small people. No computers there. You know, our phones could control probably 500 of these things. This sign: first footprints on Earth after walking on the moon. So here's a cool sign, lots to read. There's some extra pictures and stuff. What is this? I don't know what this is, like moon rocks or something? A little sign. Look at the bottom of it. That's an actual picture. I don't know what this is. It's a candle. It says light gas gun testing. I'm not sure what the candle represents. A lot of history here. Apollo code. So it was actually in space. These things here are fueling stations. Now to keep on this space theme here. This over here was, since we're in quarantine now, this is a quarantine that Apollo was in quarantine for 2 weeks. Now they only used this once because after that no one had any bugs. No viruses were found or anything, so they realized they didn't need to quarantine anybody. So he's saying that this door here, this hatch, was how they'd get the astronauts anything they needed. And he also said inside here was the world's first microwave oven. And somewhere they still have it. Again, if you want to read any of this, just pause the video, read away. I think that's the microwave oven they're talking about. A lot of history here. Another view here. The commode and the wash sink of the quarantine capsule. Gemini Capsule Boilerplate. A lot of cool stuff if you're into this space. I guess Elon Musk is going to be the next guy in these museums 50 years from now. Now, next to this is a helicopter, Sea King, and this is the helicopter they used to rescue the astronauts after they were dropped into the ocean. And this is a significant jacket here. It's a Sea King helicopter. I think these guys are still being used by the Coast Guard. I like the little painting on the outside. I guess this is all the Apollos that we picked up. 10, 11, 8, 12, and 13. How'd you like to fly one of these things? You better know what you're doing. Yep, you better know what you're doing if you're getting involved in one of those. I'm not sure what that is. Cable. Forward, aft. Tour guide didn't mention that. He did mention this plane here. He said this plane was one of the Great Lakes. It was at the bottom. It was a training plane, and it was at the bottom of, I think he said, Lake Michigan, because one of the trainers crashed it, and it was there for 35 years, and then they just recently restored it. Now this engine is not. He says it's been restored, but it doesn't run. The original engine is very little rust because the water's so cold. Man, they do a great job restoring these planes. It's amazing. This is a Wildcat. Specs on it here. Look at all the detail they did. Looks like a brand new plane, huh? You got a mirror down there. I'm not sure what they're showing. A little blue light here. Pretty cool. They did a great job. And look at this helicopter. He was saying this is one of the first helicopters used, a piston powered. It was very slow, not very reliable. And the guy was saying that there's only 5 of these left in the world. A Hup Retriever. Kind of looks like a toy, doesn't it? Built in 1948.
Oh, I know.
It's got this big bubble. Says it does 120 miles an hour. Can you imagine this thing doing 120? It's a crazy looking helicopter. Hi. There's a big fin in the back. Now, a lot of these aircraft seem to be modeled after ocean creatures. See that guy up there? He's the guy in charge, and he had this like board. A board that he would shuffle around, you know, little toy planes, and he was the guy in charge of the entire operation on this deck to make sure no planes interfered and hit each other. Little life vests up there, another fueling station. Check out this Harley. That's a cool World War II edition Harley. Leather seat and the springs. And it's got the gun holder here. Pretty awesome. It's a military police pilot. Got sirens back there. It's great. Here's a story about the Harley. Missile launcher. The Jeep missile launcher. Guess you can't buy that these days. Go to your local Jeep.
If only, right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Apparently this Jeep would drive around and launch missiles. Oh, that's the red. Pretty wild. California plates on it. Missile. And we move on to another jet. The gentleman that gave the tour said that no jets were ever launched from this aircraft carrier. They're just on the ship to enhance the tour or the display. And this is an FJ2 Fury. Pretty wild. Check out this machine gun in here. I got the didn't want to run into that guy coming out there. Funny front end, huh? More machine gun ports. Not sure what this is. It's got like an exhaust on it. It's kind of, I'm not sure what that is. It says engine starter. Oh. This helps start jet engines, I guess. Engine starter compressor. Interesting. And this is a view. You see the elevator here? He said this one works fine, but it also got taken out by a wave. So they don't use it. They stopped using it. There's another ship across the way. It's it says Grand Canyon State. Interesting. Zoom in a little closer for you guys. The supply ship. There's another jet plane here. Look at that. I don't know if it's called an Afterburner, I'm not really sure. But this one's painted different. It's like for the sea. Get all the underneath here. This has a fuel tank. This one's called a Skyhawk. $675 miles an hour. Another helicopter. This one, the guy was saying, is very slow, unreliable, and expensive to run. So because of all that, they don't didn't have much life, long life. These big blades. Gears. So this would swing around and lock. And for your tail rotor to spin. And you want to make sure that sucker locks. This tail rotor stops spinning. You start dropping. See what the inside looks like. It's like a rescue type helicopter. It's got cots on the wall. You see up there on the cots. And the pilots would be way up high. I wonder how they get in there. I don't see ladders or anything. Oh, and firewood. Wheel chops, not firewood. And wondering how the pilots would get up there. Old fire extinguisher. And a crane to rescue people. And it's got all this open area here. Interesting. Another front of a plane. Can't get in it, but look at it. Inside of this fighter. Now this sign here is during the war. This ship killed more planes, shot down 668 planes, destroyed 742 on the ground, ships sunk or damaged. Oh, they have tonnage, 1,269,710 tons. I looked at the number, I was like, what? So the guy was saying the ones that look like little meatballs were like private, non-military, but involved in the war. And the ones were the military Japanese strikes and planes shot down. Crazy, huh? Unfortunately, the aftermath of war is a lot of death. We got a little cool little store here on board too. All sorts of cool little things. So some of the things in the store they got. Obviously a lot of ship related things. Flags. USS Hornet hats. Fighter planes. No moon rocks. These are funny. Lots of books. Voices of them from the moon. This is kind of cool. Makes the kid look like an astronaut.
Alright, let's go.
Nice hat. Cool hat. Rosie the Riveter stuff. It's another museum I gotta go to.
Would you like gin water?
NASA shirts. USS Hornet shirts. I like the NASA shirts. The models. I used to build models when I was a kid. I don't know if anybody does that anymore. Flag's cool too. Move before flight. That's cute. Another little display here. S3 division. Some examples of the time. That patch. That's a cool patch. Supply ports. So they've got a little display. This is cool with different money. Postcards. Store card. Not sure what this is. Pretty cool. 58 with 8 on. Just used a restroom. I saw these signs coming out. Paint mixing room. Safety precautions. It's like all these alarms. They're really worried about fire from these ships. In the bathroom. Bathroom's like old school bathroom too. This big white panel here. They said the exhaust from the ship would go up. The exhaust pipes would go up there, and it became a heater. And the little weld parts, they used to have extra protection because it got so hot. And then you see that up there where the little 3 holes are, and all the way around. Someone had to sit up there 24/7 and always look out for fire. That was their only job, is to look out for fire. And then here's one of these little ones. If you had to transfer people from ship to ship, and the guy was telling me if you were an officer, you'd get a little wet intentionally. They would dunk you. Hey, thanks for coming along with me to check out the USS Hornet. That was pretty exciting. A lot of things to look at. A lot to explore. I'm definitely going to have to come back and do a more intense video. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, I had a couple questions in there about things I didn't know about. I'll leave some comments. And other than that, thanks for coming along with the USS Hornet. All right, bye.